Terrible thing for our country, by the way. He's a communist.
Here's a flashback of a lot of the things that he said.
Defund the NYPD.
Freeze the rent for millions of tenants, make buses fast and free, and deliver universal childcare. And before you ask, I'll pay for it by taxing the rich.
So if you call 911, he wants to send a social worker to your house.
America doesn't want this. Maybe New York wants it, but America doesn't want it.
Fire! If you live anywhere near or around New York City, you might want to get the I cannot use that word on YouTube, and I don't use it anyways because I don't use profanity. It is naughty. The whole city is going to burn. NYPD. Cops say they will quit if Zohran... Forget it. I shall just call him Zoolander Manchurian Candidate. Doesn't Trump use names? Actually, he was in Zoolander. What if Zoolander becomes president of the United States or mayor or whatever you guys want to give him? New York City will burn. Also, click subscribe. Check to see if you've been unsubscribed. And I'll show you how it's going to burn, when it's going to burn, and how you can make money from it. Look. Oh my gosh. He's up. 68. Missed it. Just come on, someone bet on it. He just needs 1 more %. And Kitty, I need you to put 100 grand. Let's short Zoolander. We'll get him. I need that 69%. Oh, and just like that, Johnny Bravo does it. So if you, for some reason God answered your prayers and you just stumbled upon my video, I'm 14 years old. I'm a God-fearing man that has a really hot assistant, and I'm currently running out of patience. Look at this. Manchurian Candidate says, quote, white neighborhoods, I'm whitey, should pay higher property taxes. The price is white. And I know what you're saying. Come on, Bravo, that's the National Enquirer. And I will say you are wrong. That was just AI, which is going to wipe out entire Wall Street teams, your job. But you're in denial, I get it. And this is AI too. Watch. See? 68. Let me show you what is not AI. Number 1. I would quit too. And I used to work law enforcement. I'll get to that in a second. And number 2, he's going to win. Well, unless Trump decides not. I'll get to that in a second. Number 3, this article is actually from the New York Post. Ladies and gentlemen, white neighborhoods, and if he is elected, will pay higher property tax. The price is white. So unless this dude is deported, all hell will break loose in New York, and you should hear what Zoolander's mom had to say, which I will get to in a second. But why are they building a gigantic metal wall around the White House, the Capitol? Is there something? Hello? Can someone give me a call? I answer this, the red phone, the red cordless phone, all I get is Kitty, and she's like, what are you wearing? I'm like, you're in the other room handling the cameras, so you kind of know what I'm wearing. You guys may want to throw some money on this. DOJ Assistant Attorney General for Civil threatens to investigate communist Zohran for his illegal, racist proposal to tax Johnny Bravo in New York. And I cannot believe it took the Supreme Court. Racial discrimination is illegal in the United States. I remember when I applied to the LAPD. See the badge? I scored a 98 out of 100 on my first shot. They're like, sorry, not high enough. I was like, what do I need to score? 100? 100? If I'm a black male, just asking for a friend, 76. I'm like, come on. Then I should ask, how about a black female, and I kid you not, and my name's Giggles. Then I said, F it. I'll just go work right outside of Los Angeles as a teacher, and the racism was worse. So, hey, New York residents, looks like California might be coming your way. Really excited to do the before and after pictures. New York before with this guy, and then New York after. But remember, kids, you voted for it. And to be honest, I didn't leave California because of the racism, the fires. It was the taxes. People in Texas are really nice. Quote, time to leave New York City. Kyle Bass urges Dan to embrace, quote, embrace your inner Texas. No, they don't. Texas don't want you. I know this because when I came to Texas, everyone, and I mean everyone, including the little chihuahua, it's like, why you here? And I would say, I have to be honest with you, I don't, as I unplug my vehicle, I don't think you guys are paying enough in taxes. You're not paying your fair share. As their eyes get about that big, and then I plant my California flag in the front with the rainbow flag underneath, because that's a cool country. And just like that, look at racist Greg Abbott has just banned China, Russia, Iran, North Korea from buying land in Texas. Now force those governments to surrender the land they purchased. Dear Bill, I know, right? I've been kind of saying this. Like, everyone's like, oh, what's the worst that can happen? How about all of these coming in from the New York Post? You see, all of these next to all of these bases, as we just let in 5 trillion illegals from foreign countries? What could possibly go wrong? But I will tell you, if you are a MAGA, everything is going right. I could list off 20 things. I actually do have 20 things, but you'll go like, okay, enough is enough, Bravo. Make my digits go up. I'll get to that in a second. For all of you guys that are like, oh my gosh, everything's great, Margaret, go all in. You're repeating the same thing every time in a recession. Next month, they're going to go, oh, look, we're in a recession. There goes the stock market. Retail is so strong, we could probably be in a depression. You're like, F it, buy the dip. I say, Brad, I don't know, but any child born after February 19th, 2025 to parents who are either illegally present or here temporarily visas is excluded from citizens at birth. Looks like the Supreme Court 6-3 said, mi casa not su casa. Honestly, you guys, if you live in New York City, you should probably have like a bug out van. Zoolander is a walking poster child of burn it all down.
Zohran's mother, filmmaker Mira Nair, in an interview with the Hindustan Times back in 2013 said, and I'll quote again, he's not an American at all. He was born in Uganda, raised between India and America. He thinks of himself as a Ugandan and as an Indian, end quote. It's unbelievable. Now, I hate to make snap judgments, but I've always believed that people who hate Jews and the state of Israel are also, in the main, people who hate America. Mamdani, on the other hand, constantly talks about globalizing the Intifada. That's a little word salad that usually means I hate Israel. It all sounds like if he were ever elected, he would use his position as mayor of New York City to target Israel and Jewish people. And I guess white privilege, and there's probably no end to his racism. Now, am I being too hard on him here? Well, look, he hadn't denied any of this. He hasn't walked it back. He surely hasn't apologized. If I'm not mistaken, New York City has the largest Jewish population in the world outside of Israel. Are they seriously going to vote for a guy who is basically one big walking hate crime?
Answer to your question is yes. And I don't know why. I don't know why people vote this way. I never will know why. That's why I'm like, how do I make money from the stupid idiots? Or let me rephrase this. How do I make money off of the stupid idiots? It's like, you could burn it down. Bye. I'll move somewhere else. We'll trade somewhere else. It could be like Italy. You use bad words. You can't. Oh, that's Italy. Hey, Kitty, book me I don't believe it. This can't be real. Book me a flight to Italy. Just make sure this drug dealing's really going down. See how the rest of the world is doing as we have to listen to this white privilege stuff. This is funny. Listen
Paul, you first. I mean, because Molly mentions those people that are the farm workers, certainly of the ag industry that's being affected. You've got hospitality industry. Going to a restaurant even. I mean, you may not have people being able to clear your place, move so quickly, the food being served.
I swear it's people like this that give us a bad name. It's like, dude, the people are going to be mad. Who's going to clean their bathrooms and serve the food? The hosts are like, let's cut to the news. Stocks are up today, even though we're in a recession. As personal spending falls off a cliff, recession alerts all over the place. Look at this. Conference Board. LEI has fallen 5% annualized for 6 months, triggering a recession signal. But bravo. And every single time it proceeds a recession, but bravo, the market's up. It always is. I'll show you in just a second. Let me just show you two other charts. Container shipments, you know, the things that we do in an economy. Goods and services. Okay, so services off a cliff, goods off a cliff. We already shipped everything. We're like, oh, tariffs. Shipments from China, U.S. just hit a 2-year low. Traffic is down 25% since February. So here, look, right there. Okay, so we boosted it all over, and then we're just like, yeah, no one wants anything. And we are currently witnessing this in delinquencies. It's all the same. Remember 2009, right? Here we go. Multifamily loan delinquencies. Guess where we're at? We're right here. Where is that? That is right here. Welcome. It is the calm before the window jumper. A bunch of old men who married 20-year-old women are about to get divorced and find a window in a tall building. There will be no Superman to swoop in. Markets always go up right before a recession, right into what? They didn't see it? U.S. job numbers have been revised down by a massive 220,000 so far in 2025. Here's your job numbers. -30, -108, -50, I just round, -50, -32. 22 out of the last 28 months have been revised down since the beginning of 2023. It's all fine. It's okay, guys. The labor market is fully intact. Nothing to see here. Please back away from the window stand, which is right next to Uzbekistan. Also, if you're in that gold trade, just a suggestion. You might want to learn about charts, and there's a thing called support and resistance. You were thinking about maybe taking some profit? And yes, in the stock market, you guys could go higher, but I got to show you one thing. I'll throw in some other things for you. Number one, you could go a lot higher. Look, that's a Head and Shoulders. We are currently in up there. See, it's in Fed hikes, and then the white line just goes off the chart. It's also an inverse Head and Shoulders like here. And if you're wondering how up will it go? Well, it needs to clear the next, it could take 4 months. Also in the course, they teach you everything. Look. Head and Shoulders. That's what I just did. 7 minutes and 23 seconds. Invert right here. Inverse Head and Shoulders. 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Sell everything. Move to digits. I have to film that actually. Oh, see, Head and Shoulders. See, now we have. See, I teach you. So that way I don't have to repeat. Also, $2.99, you get the bear market course when this market goes down. Basically paying what, $149? One and $150 for the other? I bump the price up, take the other course off. Stop being that enabling parent. Okay, so let's talk recession. See this red area? This red area? Yes, we always go through these because we're in what's called a debt-based system. See? Red, all these. And you're like, boy, that's really flat. Well, if I pull it, you're like, 60%? I actually didn't turn this recession on right there. I could measure it for you. It was that one. That was like 20%. Oh, that wasn't bad. This one right here. Percentage on the way down, that's not bad. Now this one was worse. Just like always, it goes up and everyone's like, it's fine. We're all good here. It goes down 52%. And I'm assuming that one also did 52%. Yes, you can wait it out, right? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years till it pulls back. You could also turn on indicators. Turn on one. You're like, oh, guess we're under. Guess I'll just make 50%. Same thing over there. Oh, here we go. I've always said this. I'm like, above the 200, markets go up. Even though I give you warnings. People in the comments section, I read those. Even yesterday's, I was like, come on, you guys. Do you not? What do you just look at the thumbnail? Here, I'll show you. Remember, this was back in the day. I launched my swing trading course, which is now included in my new course. You could no longer buy. I mean, maybe you could find a link. I try to hide it. It's all in the new AI one. You swing trade it all the way up and you take profit. And then when you cross that, that's when I launch my bear market course. We make all the money down until I say, hey, we're going to hit this line. Ready to swing it all up again. And then, oh, this one down here was the AI course. And now we have a Head and Shoulders inverse. It's not confirmed yet, but once it does, see that white line that's way up there? When AI wipes out your job or all the stuff that's happening, you sit at your computer and you click a button and you make $515. Also said this Dell guy owned a house right across the street from me. Got Dell, I got AMD. Hanging out with these cats, pretty cool. But again, you just look at the charts. You don't even need to hang out with these people. These people actually asked me, which just happened today, tell me where my stock's going. Like, buy my course, you figure it out. Like when I was a high school teacher, kids were like, I have a question. I'm like, Google it. What the Hades are we paying you for? Teach you to Google it. Haas, you guys are up 95%. Also, there's so much money to be made. You guys are like, if you're not doing this, what are you doing? It actually works. Look at the comments in the they'll tell you. I mean, unless they're like, it not work for me. Not tell you that TradingView costs money. Mondo no like Bravo. So if you were Mondo, I cannot help you. And also, if that's like a bad... Ninja was saying that. I don't know who Mondo is, but he was like, Mondo. You guys, I pinky promise it all works. Look, see, all the way up. Oh, make money now. Oh, all the way up. And then, see, same thing. Anywho, it's Saturday. You guys should be drinking right now. So you're probably seeing 3 of me, so I'll stop here. I love you. Sorry about your hangover tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow.